Hey guys, Treadmill 1106 coming right back at you. This is the trending topic. Um, Trending because it's an interest to me. It's treadmills trending. Treadmill treadmill. Yeah, not trending on any social networks, anything like that, but yeah. So anyway, this is about unfortunately, this is about two women who received life sentences for the murder of a 3-year-old toddler named Serenity Richardson. It breaks my heart. Basically, what happened, and I will put the link at the bottom of the sentencing, and then you can search Google's engine search it, to get the further information. But a brief, what happened was these two girls, Erica Butts, Shanita Cunningham, at the time, which was in November '09, 23 years old. Actually, it was the Erica Butts who was the initial caregiver because she and Aisha Richardson were, I guess, best friends. So Aisha and Erica's best friends. Aisha had a daughter named Serenity, and Erica is the godmother. So at the time, Aisha was living in Detroit, Michigan, and Erica and Shanita was living in South Carolina. So Aisha sent Serenity, who was the 3-year-old toddler who was murdered, to South Carolina so Erica could um, could watch her until Aisha saved up enough money to move to South Carolina. So that's kind of how it was. I guess she wanted the baby there already, and she was working her way to come up there. And people do that. That's fine. But what she didn't know, and rest, God bless her heart, that apparently Erica and Shanita were not good caregivers. Well, Erica was supposed to be the one that initially was the caregiver. They say that these two women beat this little 3-year-old child for simple things as in urinating on herself. And she was already potty trained, which tells me that she was urinating on herself because she was scared, and being beat. And what I visually like imagine, no matter how comfortable, she was with Erica, she probably missed her mom, and probably was doing a lot of maybe crying, like I want my mom, because I know that's how kids do, because I've kept children and they're upset, they're crying, and yeah, it becomes a little frustrating, like, oh my God, this baby is just still crying. But you keep consulting with the child and say, your mama be back, your mama be back, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. And because they're children, you have to explain it to them in the best way possible they can understand. And apparently, this Erica was unlike myself, who had patience for you know a child that was in distress about missing their mom, you know and basically she reacted and physically and harming this child. Then so did the Shanita girl joined in. They said the only thing that was spared on this child was the bottom of her feet. So they beat this girl and beat this girl. The autopsy proved that she was beaten to death. They said that when they did notice that the girl wasn't breathing, they did things like, I guess, trying to put her in the shower. They tried to put bleach under her nose, and they tried to put her on ice to shock her body. Well, the Erica Butts called her mother, who lives in South Carolina, for help. This is after the girl was dead then, unfortunately. And when the mother come, actually the mother is the one who I think kind of helped, trying to do something to help, revive her. But like I said, she didn't know. But the mother is the one that called 911. Which They could have been called 911. They could have not put their hands on her. Okay? That's what's up. But they did the damage and they tried to, I guess I guess they become disbelief what they really did. And when the ambulance came, took the little girl out, she took her to the hospital and she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Then they said a woman, unidentified woman at the time, because once they found out the girl had died, they came and arrested the Erica Butts, and the unidentified woman said the child was in a chair and fell backwards a couple times. You know, you're trying to say that's what killed her, or trying to put that plug in there. And but the Shanita girl, she tried to go out of town because when she knew the child was dead, she tried to go out of town. Like, look, I don't want nothing to do with that. But she later turned herself in when they put an arrest out for her, a warrant out for her arrest. And then yeah, and that's how everything kind of played out, which is unfortunate, you know. Um, my take on that is just, you know, it. I'm sure at some point this Erica girl had proven to Serenity Mothers that she was a good caregiver, and she could have been, but something snapped, and there's no excuse for that type of behavior. I mean, even if you had lost your temper, I mean, at some point, don't you stop? Even when you're yelling at your child, and come on, we all have children, they're teenagers, they become trying to become adults, and they say stupid, things that doesn't make any sense. And you say, you get up so upset, you're like, blah, 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 blah. And at some point, you'll be like, you know what? Get out of my face. You know? And that's okay, because that's called timeout. But for a 3-year-old, you get what you deserve. When they were doing the sentence, when they were saying they were getting life, they both fell out, anxiety attack, hollering and screaming. The family is hollering and screaming. The mother is saying, my baby, my baby, my baby, get up, Erica, get up. And she, how you think, can you imagine that the little girl went through some of them same symptoms as she was dying? This really makes me upset because she didn't deserve this. 3 years old. 3 years old. You whooped her because she pottied on herself. She peed on herself. Well, if you wouldn't have been beating her, maybe she wouldn't have peed on herself. She wasn't comfortable in that environment, obviously. She knew it. Y'all knew it. And doesn't have anything to do with what they did, but they were in a homosexual relationship, the Shanita and Erica. And they said the Shanita person was a little the aggressor in the relationship. So they was trying to make Erica out to be, like basically like Shanita probably told her to do it because she's not that type of person. No, forget that. Yes, she is. She's a murderer. And I'm glad that you both got life sentence. And you don't even deserve to get the electric chair. You don't even deserve that because that would be too easy for you. No, you need to suffer. And then when you two get in that jail, and them people find out that you killed a 3-year-old, you're gonna get your. They gonna. People don't play that. Not in jail. I mean, people are in jail for different reasons. Some of them are in there for self-defense, Some of them would not dare hurt, most of them, I'm sure, wouldn't dare hurt a child. You got some ignorant, crazy people out there. But, guys, let me know what you think. I'm going to leave a link of this court proceeding And please leave your comments, rate, subscribe. My time is out. Treadmill 1106. I thank y'all very much for watching. And please let me know what you think. Thank you.